So, Marius, at last I find you.
Duriel, yes. Yes, now I recognize you. I should have known you'd travel in disguise. They're always watching.
I've been searching for you for a long time, Malus. I was rather beginning to think you didn't want to be found.
Oh, forgive me, Duriel, please. It wasn't my fault.
Not your fault. Tell me, Marius, how was it not your fault?
The Wanderer. Yes, it was the Wanderer. My days at the Rogue Citadel seemed so long ago. I sought refuge from my memories in the company of other outcasts, high in the mountains past the Eastern Gate.
Do you want something?
I fought sleep for days at a time. For when I dreamt, the memories would return. Memories of the monastery and the evil which had claimed it. Dreams, memories. I couldn't tell the difference anymore. Had the evil from my dreams followed me at my heels? How had he found me here? How could this broken shell of a man, barely able to carry the weight of his own sword, be the burning terror which drove me to hide here? Have demons of his own that he struggled to contain. And he was losing. As I watched, I became convinced that I was truly mad. The terror, the destruction, the evil I witnessed, how else could I explain them? Were these the demons from my dream, or were they born within the Wanderer? Why did I follow him? I don't know. Why do things happen as they do in dreams? All I know is that when he beckoned, I had to follow him. From that moment, we traveled together east. Always into the east.
Oh, greetings, stranger. I'm not surprised to see your kind here. Many adventurers have traveled this way since the recent troubles began. No doubt you've heard about the tragedy that befell the town of Tristram. Well, some say that Diablo, the Lord of Terror, walks the world again. I don't know if I believe that, but a dark wanderer did travel this route a few weeks ago. He was headed east to the mountain pass guarded by the rogue monastery. Maybe it's nothing, but evil seems to have trailed in his wake. You see, shortly after the wanderer went through, the monastery's gates to the pass were closed, and strange creatures began ravaging the countryside. Until it's safer outside the camp and the gates are reopened, I'll remain here with my caravan. I hope to leave for Lane before the shadow that fell over Tristram consumes us all. If you're still alive then, I'll take you along. You should talk to Akara, too. She seems to be the leader of this camp. Maybe she can tell you more.
I am Akara, High Priestess of the Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye. I welcome you, traveler, to our camp, but I'm afraid I can offer you but poor shelter within these rickety walls. You see, our ancient sisterhood has fallen under a strange curse. The mighty citadel, from which we have guarded the gates to the east for generations, has been corrupted by the evil demoness Andariel. I still can't believe it, but she turned many of our sister rogues against us and drove us from our ancestral home. Now the last defenders of the sisterhood are either dead or scattered throughout the wilderness. I implore you, stranger, please help us. Find a way to lift this terrible curse, and we will pledge our loyalty to you for all time.
Hi there, I'm Charcy, the blacksmith here in camp. It's good to see some strong adventurers around here. Many of our sisters fought bravely against Diablo when he first attacked the town of Tristram. They came back to us true veterans, bearing some really powerful items. Seems like their victory was short-lived, though. Most of them are now corrupted by Andariel.
A necromancer? I hoped I'd never have to lay my eyes on one of your kind again. The recent troubles in this area have brought out all kinds, I see. Nevertheless, your money's good. A spare weapon, some gold, a small gem is all I want in exchange for the equipment you'll need on whatever quest you might undertake. No, don't be shy. All of my items are guaranteed for life and come with a 2-day warranty.
Welcome, Outlander, to our glorious hovel. I know you're here to challenge the evil that's driven us from our ancestral home. But know this. Akara may be our spiritual leader, but I command the rogues in battle. It will take more than just killing a few beasts in the wilderness to earn my trust.
There is a place of great evil in the wilderness. Kasha's rogue scouts have informed me that a cave nearby is filled with shadowy creatures and horrors from beyond the grave. I fear that these creatures are massing for an attack against our encampment. If you are sincere about helping us, find the dark labyrinth and destroy the foul beasts. May the Great Eye watch over you.
The demons in that cave have claimed many of my finest archers. I wonder how you will fare.
The beasts from the cave have begun to roam throughout the countryside. You'd better be careful out there.
You're a brave soul. I'd sooner thrust my sacred scepter into the foulest carbuncular troll than set one boot into that cave.
One who seeks that cave seeks death.
I should add that many rogue scouts have died in that horrible place. We cannot afford to lose any more. If you choose to enter that den of evil, you must do so alone.
All who oppose me, beware. I sense death within this place.
Greetings. Your task is not complete until you have killed all the demons in that cave.
You'd better come through on this. Your reputation depends on it.
You haven't cleared the cave yet? Do you need anything?
Demons still befouling that cave, huh? Huh. I think you might need a new weapon.
One who hesitates does so with good reason.
I need mana.
Is that enough to earn the rogue's trust?
Good day. I'm surprised you survived that test, Outlander. Go see Akara. She may reward you.
That which does not kill you makes you stronger.
You are truly brave and skillful. Akara was worried about you.
The only good demon is a dead one, I say. By the way, did you happen to find anything in that cave you'd like to sell?
You have cleansed the den of evil. You've earned my trust, and may yet restore my faith in humanity. Your reward is training in the skill of your choice.
My rogue scouts have just reported an abomination in the monastery graveyard. Apparently, Andariel is not content to take only our living. Bloodraven, one of our finest captains in the battle against Diablo at Tristram, was also one of the first to be corrupted by Andariel. Now you'll find her in the monastery graveyard, raising our dead as zombies. We cannot abide this defilement. If you are truly our ally, you will help us destroy her.
Bloodraven fought valiantly against Diablo in the catacombs beneath Tristram. She was never quite the same afterwards. It is now obvious she brought an evil influence back with her.
Bloodraven was the leader of a rogue band that once fought Diablo at Tristram.
I'm sorry. The undead are bad for trade. I have a strict no-return policy.
How can one kill what is already dead?
Death has done nothing to weaken Bloodraven's combat skills. If anything, she's more deadly than ever.
Beware, the evil is strong ahead. Take care, the corrupted rogues in the wilderness ahead are not to be trifled with.
too many empty graves.
Each moment you delay adds another undead sister to Bloodraven's army.
If you fail to destroy Bloodraven, I fear that our order will perish forever.
Akara felt something was wrong even before Andariel descended upon us. She feared that Bloodraven had stumbled upon some evil force beneath Tristram. I wish we had acted then.
I wonder if that old gossip Melra is among the undead. Oh, she had dirt on everybody.
When the dead return to prey upon the living, it is a terror beyond understanding.
Join my army of the dead.
Bloodraven. Rest well.
Andariel must be made to pay for her sacrilege.
Kasha wishes to reward you for your defeat of Bloodraven. I thank you too, even though Bloodraven was once my friend.
Some of those gals weren't so nice the first time around.
You've done well, stranger. I hope all your efforts are worth it.
I can hardly believe that you've defeated Bloodraven. Though she was once my closest friend, I pray that her tortured spirit remains banished forever. You have earned my respect, stranger, and the allegiance of the rogues. I have placed several of my best warriors at your disposal.
It is clear that we are facing an evil difficult to comprehend, let alone combat. There is only one Horadrim sage, schooled in the most arcane history and lore, who could advise us. His name is Cain. You must go to Tristram and find him, my friend. I pray that he still lives.
The bark of Inifis holds mystical runes. Akara can translate them into our revenge.
Months ago, I came across a few survivors from Tristram. They said that Cain had gone half-mad and could no longer distinguish fact from fantasy.
If you bring back the bark of Inifis, Akara will tell you how to get to Tristram.
I would sooner micturate in a tankard of my own ale than journey to Tristram.
Tristram is too far to journey by foot. Cain would likely be dead when you arrived. However, there is a magical portal that will take you there instantly. To open it, one must stand within the circle of cairnstones and touch them in a certain order. The proper order can be found in the runes written on the bark of the tree of Inifis. You must find the sacred tree of Inifis and bring back its bark. I will translate the runes to unlock the stone's mystic pattern.
I sense many spirits around the stones. I need mana. this tree shines with inner spirits.
Look, friend, I trade a lot of strange items, but I'm not gonna start dealing in bark, okay?
Get this to Akara. Only she can understand it.
This looks like gibberish to me. Akara may know what to make of it.
With this scroll, you may open a portal back to Tristram. Only Akara can decipher its logic.
Ah, very good. I have translated the runes on this scroll. You must find the cairnstones and touch them in the order that I have written.
Deckard Cain has crucial knowledge about the evils we face. You must find him.
I have heard that Tristram is now in ruins. Without Cain, I fear for the ruin of all of us.
I'm told that Tristram now resembles a meat hall after a barbarian wedding. I will wait here for your most glorious return.
It is too dangerous to travel to Tristram. I won't be leaving here until the way is clear.
If he still lives, Deckard Cain may be in grave peril. You must hurry to Tristram before all is lost.
All that's left of proud Tristram are ghosts and ashes.
Help!
Deckard Cain, if you value your life, leave here immediately.
As a token of my gratitude, I will identify items for you at no charge. Regrettably, I could do nothing to prevent the disaster which devastated Tristram. It would appear that our greatest fears have come to pass. Diablo, the Lord of Terror, has once again been set loose upon the world. As you know, some time ago, Diablo was slain beneath Tristram, and when our hero emerged triumphant from the labyrinth beneath town, we held a grand celebration that lasted several days. Yet, as the weeks passed, our hero became increasingly aloof. He kept his distance from the rest of the townsfolk and seemed to lapse into a dark, brooding depression. I thought that perhaps his ordeal had been so disturbing that he simply could not put it out of his mind. The hero seemed more tormented every passing day. I remember he awoke many times, screaming in the night, always something about the East. One day he simply left, and shortly thereafter Tristram was attacked by legions of foul demons. Many were slain, and the demons left me to die in that cursed cage. I believe now that Tristram's hero was that dark wanderer who passed this way before the monastery fell. I fear even worse, my friend. I fear that Diablo has taken possession of the hero who sought to slay him. If true, Diablo will become more powerful than ever before. You must stop him, or all will be lost.
Again, you amaze me, Outlander. The Sisterhood is grateful to you for delivering Cain to us. I believe Akara has something to tell you.
Only a brave adventurer could return with Deckard Cain. Akara has a reward for your valor.
Akara wishes to reward you for your bravery in returning Deckard Cain.
Ah, Cain is here. Another customer. I haven't been this pleased since a love-starved maiden let down a bit more than her hair.
You have risked your life to rescue Cain. For that we thank you. We must seek his counsel immediately.
And so it came to pass that the Countess, who once bathed in the rejuvenating blood of 100 virgins, was buried alive. And her castle, in which so many cruel deeds took place, fell rapidly into ruin. Rising over the buried dungeons in that god-forsaken wilderness, a solitary tower, like some monument to evil, is all that remains. The Countess's fortune was believed to be divided among the clergy, although some say that more remains unfound, still buried alongside the rotting skulls that bear mute witness to the inhumanity of the human creature.
That tower marks a place of danger. There is an epic poem about it. How much sorrow one can stand was tested there.
The tome speaks of treasure, yet all we have found are death, delirium, and disappointment.
That old tower is as rotten on the inside as it appears on the outside. I heard that several sisters came to a gruesome end when a stairwell collapsed on them.
The only wealth you're likely to find there is a wealth of vermin.
Rumors of treasure are no different from rumors of any other kind. They hold false promise to those who should know better.
The dangers there are not solely architectural. Once inside that wretched place, many succumb to a vile miasma.
Not enough mana. This place reeks of death.
Quickly in and quickly out is all the advice I can give you.
Have you suddenly lost your taste for wealth?
Better an empty pocket than a full grave.
Guess what? I've named a boil on my ass after you. It too bothers me every time I sit down.
You're not ready to give up, are you?
There is no more I can tell you about that ancient tower.
I can't carry anymore. Treasure hunting. Treasure finding. Yes.
Well done, my friend. Courage and opportunity together have created in you a kind of alchemy.
Your rewards are well earned. To us, the tower was nothing more than a headstone looming over a long-forgotten grave.
Remember, wealth is as insubstantial as a cloud and passes as quickly. Ignore Gide. All that twitters is not bold.
Warreeve's advice is like corpse gas. It befouls the air for a moment, and then it disappears.
Those riches will serve you well on the long road ahead.
I thought the stories of treasure in the tower were nothing but lies. I am glad you found something of value in that death trap. Would that our sisters had been so fortunate.
When I fled the monastery, I left behind the Horadric Malus, my enchanted smithing hammer. If you can retrieve it for me, I'll use its magic to strengthen your equipment.
Charcy talks of nothing anymore but this Horadric Malus. Between you and her, my ears need a rest. Just find it and bring it back quickly.
Just as an archer needs bow and arrow, or a draftsman pen and paper, so Charcy needs the Horadric Malus with which to ply her trade.
The Malus was forged and enchanted by the ancient Horadric mages during the Sin Wars. When their union dissolved, the Malus was entrusted to the Sisterhood, guarding the pass into the east.
Charcy is wasting her time and talents using an inferior hammer. Had she the Horadric Malus, she could make the steel sing and craft you a suit of armor as impenetrable as the Great Eye.
The retrieval of the Horadric Malus is not without risk. Our monastery is filled with voracious hellspawn. You'd best be careful, my friend.
This place has the stench of demons about it. Not enough mana.
If you can't carry out this quest, how will you face the greater evils ahead?
To do battle with Andariel requires more than thick skin and a strong will. You'll want armor and weaponry forged with the hammer's enchantments.
The Malus has eluded you so far. Well, search thoroughly in the barracks. That is where the rogues kept their forge.
Well, what better opportunity to show your mettle?
I've heard that you bear us no malice.
The Malus is a Horadric artifact of great power. Please bring it back.
I shall make weapons from your bones!
All this for a hammer?
Well done, my friend. But remember, the return of the Horadric Malus is but one step in reclaiming the monastery.
Now that the Horadric Malus is back in our possession, we shall use it to deliver a great blow against the evil which torments this land.
The magical effects imbued by the Malus are impossible to predict, but are always to the good.
I am glad the hammer has returned, and you with it.
I guess it's too late to take back some of the names I called you?
Oh, thanks so much for returning the Horadric Malus. I will now imbue one of your items with magical powers. Greetings.
It is certain that we face the Demon Queen, Andariel, who has corrupted the Rogue Sisterhood and defiled their ancestral monastery. This does not bode well for us, my friend. Ancient Horadric texts record that Andariel and the other lesser evils once overthrew the three prime evils, Diablo, Mephisto, and Baal, banishing them from hell to our world. Here they caused mankind untold anguish and suffering, before they were finally bound within the Soul Stones. Andariel's presence here could mean that the forces of Hell are once again aligned behind Diablo and his brothers. If this is true, then I fear for us all. You must kill her before the monastery becomes a permanent outpost of Hell, and the way east lost forever.
I can imagine 1,000 different ways to kill Andariel. You need only choose one.
The mapmakers tell us the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Our way east is a line that runs through Andariel's stronghold, the monastery.
Andariel has desecrated all we hold dear. She must not be permitted to serve Diablo. Destroy her. The corruption of our order must be undone.
Send Andariel back to the hell she came from.
You're going after Andariel? One of my wagon wheels is in need of repair. I'll be under the wagon if I'm needed.
Diablo is heading east for some foul purpose, and the only passage east is through the monastery gate. Obviously, Diablo summoned Andariel to block any pursuit. For her part, Andariel hopes to win Diablo's favor. The lesser demons are always vying for positions of power within the unholy hierarchy.
Ah, the slow torture of caged starvation. I sense a demonic presence here.
Deckard Cain has important information about Andariel.
It is clear that Andariel is acting on behalf of Diablo to prevent anyone from following him eastward. Her defeat would allow you to continue the pursuit. Ancient lore has it that while Andariel was spawned in the burning hells, she is not fond of fire.
May I remind you that my caravan can only go east if the monastery is cleansed.
If you are the hero that you seem to be, now is the time to prove it.
Have you stumbled upon that demon queen yet? I hear she's quite the beauty. As far as maidens of anguish go, that is.
You have done much to help us, but I sense that this has only fueled Andariel's fury. She will not stop until we are all dead. You must kill Andariel before her army can gain the upper hand.
Back to the hell that spawned you, Andariel.
This is a great victory indeed, but many more battles await. I will accompany you on your journey, lending what assistance I can. Remember, Diablo is still out there, seeking something in the desert. I'm afraid that this nightmare will not end until you find what it is that he seeks.
Andariel's death brings about renewed life for us all. We mourn the loss of our dear sisters, but at least now we can get on with our lives. I may have misjudged you, Outlander. You are a true hero, and testament to the noble spirit which has inspired our order for generations. Farewell, my friend.
Finally, we may rejoice. We owe you a debt we can never repay. I only hope that in time, we will be able to rebuild our order. All our thanks go with you, my friend.
You'll probably go east now. It was good to know you. I hope you'll come back if you ever need anything.
I'm gonna party like it's $9.99.
The caravan is prepared. We may now journey eastward to Lut Gholein. Good evening.
We traveled east, over the mountains and into the vast deserts of broken lands. As the days passed, my companion told me of himself, that he had once been a great warrior, and that a dark and secret burden now weighed heavily upon him. We traveled for an eternity across that arid wasteland. How long? I couldn't say. And always, a dark cloud seemed to follow us just over the horizon. Finally, the journey ended. We climbed the last bridge. There below us lay our destination. The shining jewel, Lut Gholein, with a great sea beyond. We made camp that last night. Perhaps it was the warm desert wind or the sound of the ocean, but for the first time in many weeks, I slept. However, the dreams returned, but these were clearly not my own. I beheld a vision of a great man, the mage, Talrasha. You were there too, Duriel. I remember seeing you in my dream. His brethren had cornered a great demon, Baal, Lord of Destruction, who had been set loose upon the world. They attempted to imprison the demon within a sacred stone. Yet when their attempts failed, Talrasha selflessly volunteered to contain the demon within himself, completing the prison. He instructed his brethren to bind him within a tomb, buried under the sand, there to wrestle with the demon for all eternity.
Now you know what I seek, Marius. This is my brother. Sleep now. We set out with the dawn.
The next morning, we walked over the hill toward Lut Gholein. I had no idea then of the horrors that were in store for me there.
Greetings, honored traveler. I am Jaren, Lord of Lut Gholein, and I bid you welcome to my fair port city. I'm glad to know that once again, caravans are free to travel through the Western Pass. For some time now, we have been under siege by an evil power that I cannot identify. Strange, it all began when a dark wanderer came this way, looking for the tomb of Talrasha. No one knows exactly where Talrasha, keeper of Baal, is entombed, but it is certain to be far out in the desert. Now my people whisper tales of the dead rising from their tombs, and horrible creatures lurking amongst the moonlit dunes. Even I have witnessed things which I cannot explain. I've ordered the port closed and all trade ships moored until I am sure that my city is safe. Atma, the tavern keeper, has an important mission for you. Go see her immediately. You'll find her on the other side of town. Now I must return to the palace. I apologize, but I can't invite you in. Things are rather a mess right now.
Now that Andariel is dead, I can return and outfit the rogues properly. Once I've made some trades here, I'll be free to head back to their monastery. Let me know if you want to travel along.
How do I know I can trust you, You may be as shifty as that pack rat Elzix who runs the inn. But if you need a potion, though, I suppose I can make you one. For a price, of course.
I know much about the ancient religions. I was trained as a paladin of Zakarum in the Eastern Koras Temple many years ago.
I don't know why you people keep pestering me. Grays seems to have this place locked down nice and tight. Not that I couldn't have done the same. I've proven my valor in combat plenty of times.
I've heard that you are responsible for banishing Andariel back to the burning hells. I'm impressed, stranger. That couldn't have been easy. My name is Drognan, and I know what you're up against, my friend. You ought to look over my inventory of items for trade.
I bet you wonder how this town manages to stay safe with all the trouble going on out in the desert. Well, I can tell you that it's got nothing to do with the local town guards. They're all in the palace for some reason. Jaren hired me and my mercenaries to help keep the peace around here. We're not cheap, but we're the best this wasteland has to offer.
Ah, you must be one of the new heroes who've come to rid our city of evil. Under any other circumstances, I'd be surprised to see one of your kind in this city. But lately... Oh, never mind all that. You know, I used to be quite the scoundrel in my day. I led the fiercest group of bandits who ever terrorized these sands. Nowadays, I run this here inn and pretty much stay out of trouble. My days of adventuring are behind me.
Halt! You may not pass.
Greetings. I'm Mashif, captain of this ship here. I make port runs around the Twin Seas and occasionally out to Kingsport in Westmarch. I haven't sailed anywhere lately, though. Jaren has ordered me to stay docked here in case of emergency.
I don't expect this of you, but if you want to help me, I would be grateful. In the sewers below our city, there lurks a horrid creature that hungers for human flesh. The creature has killed many, including my son and my husband. If you destroy it, I will reward you. Please, be careful, though. That beast has taken enough from us already. The sewer entrance is through the trapdoor, just up the street.
Hey! Don't touch my drink, or I'll bore a hole into your skull with my thumb.
The Horadrim used to mummify their highest mages and infuse them with spells that would allow them to protect their tombs, even after death. I have no idea why one of them would be acting so malevolently. Perhaps Drognan or Farah would know more about this.
I believe that the creature you refer to is one of the ancient Horadric mummies from the tombs that lie buried beneath the desert sands. It is unusual for one of his kind to be so far away from his resting place. I sense in this entity a restless and malevolent spirit.
Farah and I have been talking about the creature recently. From my studies, I have deduced that it is Radament the Fallen, an ancient Horadric mummy that has for some reason left his tomb to prey on mortals. I'm doing some more research now. If you check back later, I may have some more insight as to his nature.
I've personally found some of that devil's victims washed up out of the sewer. Often they are missing limbs or a head, and their bodies have always been skinned. At first, the creature raided the town at night. That's how Atma lost her family. Now we've got him barricaded in the sewers. You're safe up here on the surface, but every now and again, some fool wants to be a hero and heads down to the waste tunnels with a pig sticker.
I hear that the creature kills his victims in order to hack off their limbs. I guess that makes me a less likely candidate, eh?
I hear that beast is after body parts. Does he eat them? Ugh, ghastly.
There are 2 entrances to the sewers, I believe. One of them is right near here, down by the water beneath the docks. I can see it from my ship, and you can bet I keep an eye on it every night.
I've heard tales of walking corpses out in the desert at night, though I've never actually seen one.
The creature makes its lair in the tunnels beneath the city. He butchered my husband and son. I simply cannot bear to talk about it.
I noticed a rotting human arm floating in the harbor this morning. I suspected foul play, so I told Grays. He didn't seem too concerned since there haven't been any folk reported missing lately.
I am starting to have second thoughts about my request. I couldn't bear the thought of you losing your life on my behalf. Please, be careful.
Drognan told me something interesting earlier today. It might explain why Radament is so restless, and it might have something to do with why he is stealing human body parts.
I've just been reading something interesting about this sort of undead. Apparently, certain Horadric funereal priests altered the bodies of their dead mages with magical and surgical techniques, often replacing body parts with those of animals. This was thought to augment their powers and raise their status in the afterlife.
We've been meaning to send an organized group down there to kill that thing, but it would be dangerous. We just can't afford the chance of losing any men with all the trouble that's going on in the desert.
If you're going to fight that thing, use some common sense. Be knowledgeable about what harms the undead. Poison, for instance, will have little effect.
Peppermint? Oh, Radament. Yes. Oh, a foul creature. Some of my exploding potions should do quite nicely against him. They usually work well against the undead.
Aha! Back for a small shot of courage? Believe me, it doesn't help for long. Drinks, barkeep!
The Horadric mummies were created to protect the tombs, but Radament is far from his burial chamber. Given the aberrations that have been witnessed lately, it comes as no surprise that even the ancient Guardian spells have begun to unravel. Be wary of this as you venture farther into the desert.
Death is not afraid of the living, but the living abhor death.
What a waste of undead flesh.
If you haven't already, tell Atma that Radament is dead. It may help to ease the weight of her mourning.
As you have helped Atma and all of us, so shall I help you.
Little of what I am able to hear is of any value. Radament's death, however, is news worth hearing. I'm sure Atma will be glad to hear of this.
Good job, mate. At night out on my ship, I was often awakened by that fiend's awful moaning. I'll bet I rest easier now.
Whoa. Radament the Fallen, is it? I've fallen off many a bar stool. No one calls me Geglash the Fallen. I might go so far as to say, Geglash, you've fallen.
From what you tell me, it would seem that Radament was bent on the task of reviving his own mummified corpse with the flesh of the living. This is very unusual indeed. It takes an incredible magic power to alter the singular purpose of an undead mind. Perhaps there is a power at work here, which is beyond my ken.
You've killed Radament, eh? That's quite a nice piece of work. If you ever need a job as a mercenary, I'd be happy to sign you up.
We ran into one of those old tomb guardians when I ran with my bandits. I know they aren't easy foes to face, so you sure have my respect. Have you told Atma yet?
They say that the taste of vengeance is bittersweet, but I find it to my liking. In addition to my undying gratitude, I have spoken on your behalf with the rest of the townspeople. The merchants have agreed to show their gratitude by offering their wares and services at lower rates. Oh, Jaren wants to see you too. You'll find him in front of the palace.
This permanent darkness is very unsettling. It would make navigation by stars easier for me, though.
Drognan the wizard will have some idea as to what is happening.
This whole place is one big ale fog.
This unnatural nightfall is no doubt caused by evil sorcery. Drognan might know what we are dealing with.
Drognan may have some advice on this matter. I think I'll speak with him myself.
My astrologers failed to predict this eclipse. You should seek Drognan's advice.
I've been researching this lengthy eclipse, and I believe it to be the work of claw vipers. Find their temple beneath the desert sands, and you may find the source of this curse.
Claw vipers. This outer darkness mirrors the inner blackness of their souls. It is they who have eclipsed the sun, I'll wager. They are a venomous band.
This midday darkness reeks of foul magic. My men and I are trying to keep the peace, but this kind of thing really scares people.
2 men arrived late last night bearing a story about evil magic. They said they saw a gathering of giant snake creatures performing some arcane ritual. They sound like the serpent men of the desert.
The sun has grown disgusted with the terrible deeds it must shine upon each day. Damnation is upon us all.
This place is as dark as a tomb.
I've had about enough of this darkness. I don't even know what day it is anymore.
It's strange when the morning after the night before is still the same night.
I was going to go to bed, but then I realized that I have no idea what time it is. It could be the crack of dawn for all I know.
I've discovered a reference to a similar eclipse several hundred years ago. It says that some desert-dwelling snake demons had erected an evil altar which caused the sun to go black. Perhaps we're dealing with something similar here. Look for an altar in the Claw Viper Temple.
Don't worry. My men and I have an iron grip on this town. If those cursed claw vipers are plotting anything against us, we'll be prepared for them.
I usually charge for rooms by the night, but I may have to soon change that.
This eclipse is a definite manifestation of evil.
The calculated coldness of the reptilian brain makes the claw vipers uncanny adversaries.
I don't know much about the habits of claw vipers, to be honest. Drognan will probably know something about the nature of the magic at work.
The Claw Vipers practice evil magic. They have also been known to kidnap travelers and sacrifice them to their dark gods.
The source of this spell is probably a magical altar. It will not be enough to kill the Claw Vipers. To reverse the spell, you must destroy the altar.
What a pity. I was beginning to enjoy the darkness.
So, did you plunder any booty?
So this is daylight. It's overrated.
You have done well to restore light to our world.
You did well in destroying the Claw Vipers. We are all glad to see the sun return to its former glory.
I'm glad that's over with.
It takes but one eye to revel in the beauty of our restored sun.
The sun again shines on Lutgolain. I'm beginning to like you, traveler.
With renewed daylight, one may gather the wits that were scattered about like restrictive undergarments in the darkness.
Claw Vipers are fond of magical artifacts. Did you happen to find one in their temple?
Drogman seems to have taken you into his confidence. This is good, for you will benefit from his wisdom.
I've been speaking with Lord Jeren, and I sense that he is becoming more and more agitated by something. You should try to talk to him again. If he still won't take you into his confidence, seek to prove yourself a bit more. I gather that his respect for you is growing.
When the troubles began here, I allowed the terrified harem guilds to join me within the safety of the palace. All was fine until one night. Screams echoed up the stairwells from the harem. My guards arrived to find the poor girls being slaughtered by a merciless band of hell-spawned demons. My brave guardsmen tried to push the demons back into the mysterious rift from which they came. Ever since, my men have fought a losing battle. Demons have continued to pour through the rift into the palace. Ultimately, I hired Graze and his mercenaries to help protect the rest of my fair city. Drognan believes that the Arcane Sanctuary lies buried underneath this palace, since Lutgolain occupies the site of an ancient Vigerai fortress. My palace is open to you now. Take care.
I've been researching the old records, trying to find the location of Tal Rasha's tomb. Though I haven't found the tomb itself, I may have a good lead for you. The great Vigerai summoner, Horazan, built his Arcane Sanctuary somewhere around here. He was a powerful spellcaster and kept demons as slaves within the sanctuary. He kept a close eye on great events too, such as the imprisonment of Baal within Tal Rasha's tomb. If you could find Horazan's sanctuary, I'm sure that it would hold some clue as to the tomb's location. Though I doubt Horazan is still alive, you must proceed with caution. There's no telling what could be waiting inside. When I spoke of this with Lord Jeren, he asked that I send you to him. Perhaps he knows of a secret entrance or the like.
An arcane sanctuary under the palace? I'd heard that there were some underground cellar levels that Jeren used as chambers for his treasure and such, but no arcane sanctuary.
The only thing in Jeren's cellar are the harem girls that have been hiding there since the troubles began.
Arcane Sanctuary? That place sounds awful. Even if you find a way into it, what makes you think you'll be able to leave again?
Look, I'm just about as tough and arrogant as they come. But you never catch me trying to tame a demon for a pet. That's just asking for a lot of trouble.
Ah, the legend of Horazon is an old one, especially around these parts. You wouldn't believe the feats and strange events that are attributed to him.
A careful caravan gives wide berth to sleeping bandits. If Horazon is gone, let him remain so.
Horazon found it necessary to lock himself up for all time, just to protect himself from those angry demons. Such is the fate of one who practices the summoning arts. That or eternal damnation. There's old summoners and bold summoners, but no old, bold summoner.
Ah, the ancient mage Horazon. He believed that he could bend evil forces to his will. What he didn't know was that evil uses man, not the reverse. The Vigerai still revere him as a symbol of man's ability to triumph over otherworldly forces. The Church of Light, however, cites him as an example of man's folly.
I very much doubt that Horazon still lives in his sanctuary. He possessed great power and influence over demons, but even that may not have been enough in the end. One of his notoriety cannot easily remove himself from the vengeful reach of hell.
Nearly 1,000 years ago, Horazon rose to the fore of the Vigerai mage clan. Horazon used the knowledge of the Vigerai to summon and control demons from hell. Though a powerful summoner, Horazon feared that the lords of hell would punish him for enslaving their brethren. Thus, the summoner created for himself an Arcane Sanctuary. He believed that his sanctuary would not only protect him from hell's vengeance, but also allow him to continue his studies free from the ravages of time and disease. Horazon had crafted many wondrous scrying devices through which he observed the events of the world outside. It is certain that he took careful study of Tal Rasha's imprisonment and recorded the location of his forgotten tomb. The Arcane Sanctuary was believed to have been constructed here, in Lutgolain. An entrance may be hidden somewhere in the palace, as that building is very old, and was once a Vigerai fortress.
You may enter the palace.
This is fantastic. I wish I had time to study this bizarre dimension.
I am certain that you will find the information you need when you find Horazon's journal. I suggest you find it quickly, for Diablo may be getting closer to freeing his brother as we speak.
What's got you so occupied in the palace? Oh, don't tell me you're finding the harems more compelling than killing demons. That would be out of character for one such as yourself.
I understand that you've been talking to Jaren. Well, if so, then you're the first in a long while. Since the trouble began, actually. Do us a favor and try to find out what's got Jaren so edgy all the time. Okay?
Huh? The horizon is always out of reach, you should know that. Oh, Horazon. Oh, I see. Yes, well, he was insane. Yeah, brilliant, yes, but total lunatic.
Even a sanctuary such as Horazon's can be breached by the tentacles of evil. Such a haven could have become a chamber of unspeakable horrors. Be wary of what you may unleash.
I've been thinking about the problems in Jaren's palace. Perhaps this has occurred to you as well. If those cellar passageways lead to the Arcane Sanctuary, Then that is where the demons came from. Horazon's haven must have been breached.
So you've been in the palace, have you? Tell me, why does Jaren keep that place locked up so tight?
All my years of brawling, of pummeling both the unsuspecting and the deserving, have yielded two insights. You can either fight, or you can run. All other strategies are variations of these.
So, now that you're such a pal of Jaren, why don't you ask him if I can set sail one of these days? I'm running out of patience.
Fate is like a caged gorilla. It will pelt you with dung if you mock it.
There was an Eastern mage, a Vigerai, I believe, who visited me almost a year ago. He was very interested in the history of this site, and he seemed particularly fascinated with the palace architecture. I gave him a tour. When he found the ancient seals over a passageway in the cellar, he became very agitated. He asked for some time alone to study them, and I granted it. Shortly after, he left with no further word, and I never saw him again. Odd, don't you think?
Seekers of the tomb of Tal Rasha will find it through the portal, but know that the glowing glyphs recorded here in my Arcane Sanctuary are the signs of the 6 false tombs. The missing 7th sign marks the tomb of Tal Rasha. Of the Horadrim, he might be called the Foremost. It was a shining but brief moment for the mage clans when they set aside their differences and worked together against the common enemy. The Horadrim relentlessly pursued the 3 across the desolate empires of the east and even into the uncharted lands of the west, leaving the Archangel Tyriel's hands unblemished. Presuming the 3 to be vanquished, the Horadrim's unstable fellowship began to dissipate. Abandoning their sacred charge to safeguard the 3 soul stones, the disparate mage clans began to squabble amongst each other over petty differences. Their conflicts not only dissolved their brotherhood, but strengthened the evils which they had buried beneath the cold earth. You have found Horazon's journal. Excellent. But I must caution you. The mark of the true tomb of Tal Rasha is sought, if not already known, by Diablo. I needn't elaborate on the implications of that.
Unbelievable. The harem girls are dead? The palace guards been fighting off demons from the cellar? How could that happen without my knowledge?
News of the tragedy in the palace is spreading fast. How awful. And to think, this whole time I thought Jaren and his guards were in there playing with the harem girls.
I thank you for your heroic aid. I'm also glad that you found something you were looking for. The journal should help you find the true tomb of Tal Rasha. Hopefully there is still time to get there before Diablo. Go now, and good luck.
Well, the news going around town is very unsettling. Apparently we were in more danger than anyone thought. Good work, friend. You may have saved all our skins.
So, now we know Jaren's little secret. Well, I guess I can see why he wanted me to stay, though. I'm just glad it didn't come to that. Now he tells me to wait some more, in case you need to get out of here. Well, for you, I'll do it. Maybe they'll mention me in the epic ballads, eh?
You must move quickly now, friend, for Diablo is undoubtedly close to finding what he seeks. Find the tomb of Tal Rasha before he frees the Lord of Destruction.
Faith is stronger than any armor. The shield will protect the body, but faith will strengthen the courageous heart.
Horazon's urinal? Journal. Yes, well, glad you found it. Such a shame about those poor harem girls, huh? I shall miss them deeply. I mean, their conversations, of course.
Ha! I wish Jaren would have let me in the palace. I would have saved those girls and kicked demon ass back to the fire pits of hell.
Ah, yes. As a ship captain, I am well aware of the phenomenon of a false horizon. Sorry, just a little joke.
So, Horizon's crazy, eh? I'd be surprised if he wasn't. All those centuries without ale would drive anyone to drink. But then you couldn't drink. And that would drive you to drink. Huh? What was the question?
You always seem to find the worst trouble. I don't know how you handle it.
The appearance of the mage you describe sounds like one I met back in Tristram. Many Vigeri came to fight against Diablo, the Lord of Terror. Perhaps this is one of them. You know, fate seems to have frowned upon all of the heroes who confronted that terrible evil. Take care, or the same may happen to you.
That doesn't sound like Horizon. I'll agree that he may have gone mad, but from what you tell me, I don't think that's the case. Talk to Drogden. He may know more than I.
Oh, yes, I remember. There was a fellow around here many months ago who asked almost as many questions about Horizon as you. So, he discovered enough to assume Horizon's place in the Arcane Sanctuary, huh? What a fool.
The man you describe is probably not Horizon. He sounds like the very mage who came around here a while ago. He was very curious about this palace, and seemed especially interested in the seal on the passageway in the cellar. He left shortly after that. I wonder how he got down there. The seal was never broken. That mage spoke a great deal to Drogden. Why don't you ask him about it?
Yes, the man you speak of sounds like the mage who came here many months ago. He claimed to have fought Diablo in the passages beneath Tristram. No doubt the fool wandered into Horizon's sanctuary and lost whatever was left of his ravaged mind. He is beyond salvation. It is possible that the fool has been possessed by the spirit of Horizon. If that's true, then you'd better put an end to his tortured existence. Once done, I believe the demons who were summoned and imprisoned within the sanctuary will cease to exist as well.
That guy really talks like that? Sounds like either Horizon has gone stir-crazy or that's some imposter.
Crazy mages give me the creeps. Just kill them and get on with your business.
There's nothing more dreadful than a powerful being driven by a frayed mind.
He was not Horizon. He was a deluded fool who got too close to true power.
Well, you've got what you're after. Now get a move on before it's too late.
The way I see it, well, it's all pretty blurry.
You're more the hero than I could have dreamed. Perhaps there is hope for us after all.
Larger forces are moving inexorably towards us. You must now make haste to the tombs.
So, Horizon's been dead for some time. I take it you at least found what you were looking for.
You make me long for the days of glory, when I had both hands, both eyes, and more of a foot.
The demonic force that was emanating from the corrupted sanctuary has dissipated. I thank you greatly for your help. Now we can look to rebuilding our lives. All will be for nothing, though, if you do not stop the greater evil which is rapidly gaining ground.
I guess you'll be heading to the tombs now. I hear that they're in the deepest desert regions.
I hope that this false summoner found peace in death. Unfortunately, it is more likely that he will be dragged down into hell by the demons he was bound to. Let this be a lesson to you. Demonic magic is a quick path, but its powers are seductive and deadly.
I feel no pity for that would-be summoner. His terrible ambition for demonic power was his undoing. You merely hastened the inevitable.
Such is always the fate of those who meddle with evil.
Ah, the lost Horadric scroll. What a fortunate turn of events! As the last living Horadrim, I alone have knowledge of its meaning. Now, to read the Horadric runes it bears. The Horadric mages, after binding Baal within Tal Rasha, magically sealed off his burial chamber from the mortal realm. Those same mages also crafted fearsome Horadric staves, and imbued them with the special power to open the chamber's hidden door. After nearly losing one to the thievery of a rogue sorcerer, they divided all the Horadric staves into 2 parts, wooden shaft and metal headpiece, hiding them separately to safeguard them. The Horadrim foresaw our current plight and designed the hiding places to reveal themselves to worthy heroes like you. Collect both parts of a Horadric Staff and unite them using a Horadric Cube. Then you may enter Tal Rasha's burial chamber. Good day. You have quite a treasure there in that Horadric cube. According to Horadric lore, the cube can restore a Horadric staff. To do it, use the cube as you would a scroll. When the cube opens, place both pieces of the staff into it and use the cube's transmute power. You'll be pleased to know that the cube has other alchemical uses as well. 6 gems plus 1 sword transmute into a socketed longsword. You may also transmute 2 quivers of crossbow bolts into 1 quiver of arrows, while 2 quivers of arrows yield 1 quiver of bolts. I must leave it to you to discover other formulae.
I need mana.
The Staff of Kings! You astound me, my friend. You have discovered the shaft portion of a Horadric Staff. I trust you know how to use a Horadric Cube to unite the shaft with its headpiece. The Viper amulet you bear is actually the headpiece of a Horadric Staff. Yes, you have an uncanny knack for finding rare and valuable artifacts. Of course, you'll have to use a Horadric Cube to combine the headpiece with the shaft. Good evening. Excellent. You have a Horadric Staff. Carry it with you into Tal Rasha's tomb. Find within the tomb the chamber whose floor is inset with the circle of 7 symbols. Place the staff into the receptacle you find there. That will open the secret passage into Tal Rasha's burial chamber. But be prepared for a fight. You'll likely have to kill Tal Rasha to destroy Baal.
I have heard of your many deeds of skill and bravery. I feel I can trust you with something I have been hesitant to speak of. Drognin and I have concluded that the Dark Wanderer who passed through here recently was Diablo himself. Drognin believes that Diablo is searching the desert for the secret tomb where the great Horadric mage Tal Rasha keeps Baal imprisoned. You must find Diablo and put an end to the terrible evil that has fallen upon our city. Drognin is wise and is sure to have some helpful advice for you as to how Tal Rasha's tomb may be found. It may take you quite some time to find the tomb. May you be ready when you do.
Be very careful, my friend. I think I've seen enough recently not to doubt that these tombs exist. And if they do, they are most certainly guarded by terrible creatures.
Diablo nears his goal. We have little time to lose. Remember, my friend, that Andariel gave herself willingly to Diablo's cause. It would be prudent to assume that the other evils will attempt to aid their master as well.
Legend has it that Tal Rasha lies imprisoned within his tomb, forever struggling to keep the Lord of Destruction bound. His was a selfless act, although perhaps foolhardy.
When Tal Rasha chose to embody the spirit of Baal, he knew his doom was to wrestle eternally against the will of the greater evil. Look around you and ask yourself, has the battle been won or lost?
I've heard legends of the tomb of Tal Rasha, but I thought they were just old tales meant to scare young children.
Oh, I'd go with you to those tombs, but, I don't like all that living dead stuff.
I'm sorry, I can't help you much here. Now, if the tombs were across the ocean, then I'd be the guy to talk to.
Tal Rasha's tomb is hidden deep in the desert among 6 others. Tal Rasha's symbol marks the true tomb. If you want to know what that symbol is, you should be able to find it within the legendary Arcane Sanctuary.
If you're going into the deep desert, why not hire a few of my men to watch your back?
So, you're going to search for the 7 tombs, huh? Don't you know that they're just desert legends, passed between merchants and travelers? No one really believes that they exist.
It is well known that there are 7 great Horadric tombs hidden beneath the sands in the furthest reaches of the desert. One of them surely must be Tal Rasha's prison. You must explore each of the tombs to find Tal Rasha's exact location. Of course, Diablo is searching for the tomb as well. No one can guess as to what terrors he has unleashed in his search.
I thank you, mortal, for my freedom. But I did expect you earlier. I am the Archangel Tyrion. I came here to prevent Diablo from freeing his brother, Baal. But I have failed. Now, terror and destruction roam free throughout your world. Even now, they head towards the eastern capital of Kurast, to the very heart of the Zakarum Temple. There, they hope to find their eldest brother, Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred. who was imprisoned there ages ago. If the three prime evils unite, they will be invincible. Though it is unclear as to what their aims are, it is certain that they must be stopped at all costs. I am broken, and the energies that tie me to this world are diminishing rapidly. You must take up this quest and prevent the three brothers from reuniting. You must cross the sea and search for Diablo and Baal in Kurast. Now, hurry, mortal. Time is running out for all of us.
I came too late. Now, destruction is let loose upon the world once more.
You have proven to be the greatest of heroes, and I am honored to call you friend. Thank you for bringing peace to our lives again.
You're an inspiration, and such a hero that it makes me look twice as bad. You're okay. Hey, just save some glory for us little guys, huh?
Never fear, my friend. You did the best you could. I suspect that Diablo and Baal are now heading east towards Kurast. You'll find them. I know you will.
I heard that Diablo has managed to best you, at least for the time being. I hope you catch up with him soon, and send him back to hell for good.
I've heard that your foe got away from you this time. Well, look at it this way. You've got the demons on the run. If you're going to be leaving, then, well, thanks for your help.
This is a serious setback. It is most unfortunate that Tal Rasha has been consumed by Baal's destructive influence. There are many secrets known to the Horadrim which could be used by Baal against us. You must travel east by sea to Kurast and stop Diablo and Baal before they free their eldest brother, Mephisto. The lands of the Eastern Empire are not the same as they used to be. There's been little word for some time. Speed is of the essence. Go quickly, my friend. May the fates smile on you.
Blessings to you. This is terrible news. Baal is in possession of one of mankind's most powerful mages, and the Lord of Terror guides his path. They must be stopped, for I am sure they mean to free their elder brother Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, who lies imprisoned under the corrupted city of Kurast. I fear you are walking into a great evil, but your faith can save you. May you walk in the light always.
I'm sorry things didn't turn out as you had hoped. Go and remember us fondly. You know, you bothered me far less than most.
But the Archangel Tyrael was the one who gave the Soul Stones to the Horadrim 260 years ago. It is highly unusual for the forces of heaven to so directly interfere with man's destiny. But Tyrael was said to act of his own volition. We have never been able to discern why. Perhaps he goes against the consensus of heaven because he doubts our ability to defend ourselves. Or perhaps he sees more threat than his peers. Where the actions of hell often seem straightforwardly bent on destruction, the motives of heaven are unfathomable. Now make haste. Both Diablo and Baal must be stopped before they join with their brother Mephisto. If the three prime evils unite once again, the world as we know it will be no more.
Hello. You have done very well. Few could have come this far, let alone discover the true tomb of Tal Rasha. Unfortunately, I hear that Diablo and Baal have eluded your grasp. This is most unfortunate. If you wish to travel east, I have authorized Meshif to give you passage by sea. I imagine he should be very anxious to leave by now. Good luck on your quest, and thank you again for saving my beloved city. You will always be welcome in Lut Gholein, my friend.
Good day. Jaren tells me I should take you east to Kurast. I haven't been there for several years, but rumor has it things are pretty grim. My companion drew in the dank, cold air of the tomb, it seemed to strengthen him. I stood in the doorway between light and dark. What was left of my sanity implored me not to enter. But that voice was just a whisper now. As we worked our way down, deeper and deeper into the crypt, I began to see a change in my companion. He seemed to be gaining strength. I could hardly see in the gloom, but my companion seemed to know the way. We came at last to a great hall. It was then I realized my companion hadn't been gaining strength. He had been losing what was left of his humanity. He moved with demonic speed.
Shall not be set free, even by you.
Well, I gave you my word and brought you here as promised. But by all that's still holy, I wish I'd never returned to this accursed place. This fetid jungle can't be the fair Kurast I left behind. I don't know what all this evil is, my friend, but it's obvious that you must stop it. I only pray that you can before the jungle consumes the last vestiges of my beloved homeland.
Welcome to Kurast, traveler. Few come willingly to this ancient city anymore. I hope you brought your wits with you, for sanity is in short supply here. My name is Ratli. I am a sorcerer skilled in metalwork. It'd be a pleasure to help you. I don't have many customers these days. As you can see, the populace has been brutally decimated by the forces of Mephisto. The canals run red with blood, and demons roam the land. The wretched jungle hell has already reclaimed much of Karast. The only safety you'll find is here at the dockside, where a magical warding holds the jungle evils at bay. But I don't know how long it will last. To make matters worse, the children of Zakharum are in league with the forces of Mephisto. The Zakharum have concentrated their power in the temple city of Travancore, located within Karast deep in the jungle wilderness. It's true, their zeal is unmatched, but I say the so-called warriors of light are nothing more than the twisted puppets of a hidden hand.
You now speak to Ormus. He was once a great mage, but now lives like a rat in a sinking vessel. You have questions for Ormus, and doubt in yourself. Ormus sees a strange dichotomy in you, as he does in all would-be heroes. Speak to him, and he may grant you wisdom in turn, or turn from him and seek wisdom in thyself.
Hello there. You must be a great adventurer to risk coming here. My name's Ashira, and I lead the mercenary band of mages known as the Iron Wolves. We've been hunting down demons in the jungle for months, but no matter how many of them we kill, they just keep coming. Seems this whole place has been overrun by evil. Rumor has it that you've come here to help. If that's true, then I'll let you hire some of my mercenaries. But be careful. If you piss them off, they can be worse than those monsters out in the jungle.
I've not set foot in glorious Kurast for many years, but I never would have imagined it could be so corrupted. Certainly this must be Mephisto's work. You'd best get going, my friend. Diablo and Baal are still out there, and you must find them.
Damn it! I wish you people would just leave me alone. Oh, you're a necromancer, aren't you? I've heard that your kind use powerful potions and such to wake the dead and control spirits. I'd love to discuss what components you use sometime. I am Alcor the Alchemist. I dabble in potions and salves myself, and I can sell you some if you really need them. Feel free to drop by anytime.
Greetings, hero. I've heard of your exploits and, I'm quite impressed. Very few mortals are capable of dealing with the three and their minions as you have. My name is Natalia. I am a hunter of evil, part of an ancient order sworn to hunt down corrupted sorcerers. If I could, I would gladly join your quest to stop the three, but I must wait here for further news. I can't predict what will happen, but the danger is greater than we can know. Until I receive my orders, I'll assist you with the information I have.
Worthless statue. Perhaps I can trade this for something better.
Back in Lutgolain, Meshif told me he had a fondness for jade figurines. On his trading voyages, he collected an odd assortment of such small statues. I would show him your figurine.
Praise you. That jade figurine will complete the set I was collecting. Here, I've had this statuette of a golden bird for years, but I consider it a fair exchange.
I've read legends about a sage named Kuile, who studied the mysteries of life beyond death. If I remember correctly, his ashes were ensconced within a golden statuette. It was a very strange tale.
Ah, the golden bird of Kuile? Thank you, my friend. Busy yourself while I experiment with the ashes within it. Then return and see what I have made for you. From the ashes of Guile, I have mixed for you a potion.
As I told you before, I placed an enchantment upon the dark side in order to keep the demons at bay. But lately, the enchantment seems to be weakening. If memory serves me correctly, there's a holy Skatsimi blade that could revitalize the enchantment. The blade is called the Gidbin. Find it, and our sanctuary here will remain safe.
Don't let the Gidbin's size fool you. Though it is only a small dagger, it holds tremendous power when in the hands of a true Skatsimi mage.
I've done some research on the Tan Mage Clan, and it seems that most of their magical studies were focused on Skatsimi rites. If anyone is qualified to use the powers of the Gidbin, it would be Ormus.
Ormus is familiar with the Gidbin, but how would a powerful Skatsimi artifact aid an unbeliever like you?
The Gidbin is one of the few remaining relics of Skatsim, the old religion. It is reputed to have great powers.
The Gidbin will reinforce the enchantments that protect the dark side from the evil that infests Kurast.
Have you not heard of the Gidbin? Well, allow me to reduce your ignorance on the subject. The Gidbin is an enchanted dagger, a religious artifact greatly valued by the old religion, Skatsim.
As far as we know, the Gidbin is in the possession of the Children of Light. They do not wish it to fall into the hands of those who can restore its powers. You may not believe it, but Ormus is the one who can use the Gidbin to protect us.
I am overburdened. Not enough mana.
I'm certain that the Gidbin is very closely guarded.
Legend has it that the Skatsimi priests place great power within the small blade. Power enough to repel this terrible jungle curse which encroaches on our sanctuary.
Since you haven't come across the Gidbin yet, the dagger must be deeper in the jungle nearer Kurast.
If we are to have peace from the shadow, you must find the weapon which will destroy the light.
The jungle is like nothing you've ever seen before. Imagine paradise festering like a wound, then bursting.
You'd best get back out there and find that blade. The jungle creeps further into this camp by the hour.
Once the Gidbin is found, Ormus will use it to strengthen the protected barrier around the dockside.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened. This is a powerful weapon. Perhaps Ormus can tell me more about it.
You are truly amazing, stranger. There are precious few items in the world that would tempt me to go up against the children of Zakarum.
The Gidbin's magic can only be channeled through Ormus. Take it to him. He has the necessary knowledge about the ancient Skatsimi magics.
With any luck, the spirits of Skatsim will grant us revenge upon the powers that ravaged this land.
Who could have foreseen that the old religion would play such an effective role in our war against the Three? Again, your efforts amaze me, my friend.
Ha! You have stolen the fabled blade from right under Zakarum's nose! This is a great day indeed.
Greeting. You have done well, noble hero. Ormus congratulates you. The old spirits of Skatsim will watch over you for returning their sacred blade. Now, after all these years, Ormus will once again use his powers to protect the innocent from the shadow. The spell that protects the dark side shall now be reinforced. This magic ring does me no good. Here, wear it proudly.
Greetings. Now that fewer of the Iron Wolves are needed to guard the dark side, some of them have volunteered to accompany you free of charge.
It pains me to waste time with you, so I'll get right to the point. There is a very special book which you must find for me. It was written long ago by a sage known as Esen, who studied Skatsimi magic and the effects of the prime evils on the mortal world. The Black Book was lost when the children of Zakarum took over this land. Now you must reclaim it without delay. Its knowledge may aid us in this dark time ahead.
The Black Book is a powerful source of information. The Zakarum will do everything in their power to stop you from obtaining it.
The children of Zakarum believe that the Black Book is filled with blasphemous heresy. In truth, the book may contain the secrets to our ultimate redemption.
Many things can be found in the city of Kurast. The book may be there.
The Black Book contains powerful secrets of Skatsim, the old religion long eclipsed by Zakarum. I should warn you, the Black Book is much sought after by both good and evil. Be wary.
Oh, no one really believes that the Black Book exists. It's just a symbol of Zakarum's anti-Skatsim propaganda.
I've heard of the Black Book. My order's code is based on many of its passages. If you find it, I will be greatly impressed.
We have long sought the Black Book of Esen. Rumors of its whereabouts spread as fast as jungle plagues. If you find it, take it to Elcor.
Did I neglect to mention that the book contains useful information about the prime evils?
I believe I can trust you now. When you first arrived, I suspected you a spy for the Zakarum, the false religion whose faithful are now under the sway of a mysterious power. They've made a mockery of the old religion of Skatsim.
Kurast was once the greatest city in the world. Now, it is hard to tell where the jungle stops and the city begins. The jungle grows rampant on the soil enriched by the blood of my fellow citizens.
Even if you find the sacred book, you must still traverse the jungle of meaning within it. That journey could prove to be far more perilous.
I heard that there are ruined temples in Kurast. Perhaps you will find the Black Book in one of them.
I hope you find the Black Book soon. I could use something to read while I wait for my orders.
Not getting much help? You know, people are like drugs. Hang them out a window and shake them a couple times. You'll be surprised how much dirt comes out.
Enough mana.
Why is the Black Book of Esen like a coffin? Simple. Each holds the shape of our future.
The Iron Wolves are very impressed by your skills.
Thank all that's holy. You've returned with the Black Book. Maybe now you can put an end to the evil that has destroyed my homeland.
So, you've returned with the book. You surprise me. You must be very resourceful.
We have the book. Now we must see if we can bear its revelations.
You have found a source of information powerful enough to turn the tide against the Zakarum.
Hello! You have found the book. It should give all of us here some insight into the nature of the prime evils. Ah, but as for you...
Once the book has served its purpose, I shall delve into its secrets.
You have done well, my friend. Your courage and valor are an inspiration to us all. But now the time has come to face those responsible for the evil that has stifled our land. You must destroy the High Council of Zakarum. Long ago, these elders were charged with the stewardship of Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, who was imprisoned within the Guardian Tower. Through the generations, these pious men slowly fell more and more under the sway of Mephisto's malevolent power. And the Council became an evil mockery of its former glory. It is Mephisto's hatred that has corrupted Zakarum and turned its devout followers into paranoid fanatics. That is why you must travel to the temple city of Travancal and slay the Council. Once they are gone, Mephisto's hold over this land and its people will be broken.
The Black Book contains some vague prophecies regarding this undertaking. I'm not so sure it will turn out well for you.
The children of Zakarum who guard the tower square can be killed, but their numbers are vast. You must destroy their council.
You must know that the Guardian Tower in the Temple City was built by the Horadrim for one purpose: to hold Mephisto. Once the Council is dead, you may enter the tower.
There is only one way to the Temple City. You will have to cross many rivers and streams, but you'll find it. A great tower stands at its center.
Ormus tells me that the Council is comprised of tremendously powerful priests. It will be difficult to best them.
You are incredibly brave to venture into the Lion's Den. I wish you luck.
Remember, you can always find sanctuary here with us.
Not enough mana.
Kill as many as you can. I have a morbid love of excess.
The Iron Wolves and I are at the ready to aid you.
Within the Temple City is a courtyard. The Council resides there.
If you die on this quest, I will commemorate your sacrifice in an epic poem. You will not need a potion to achieve immortality. Ormus's words will do that.
San Kekur may be using a compelling orb to control the minds of the children of Zakarum.
I respect your need to do this. Honor demands that you see this through. Yet your chances are so slim.
The followers of Zakarum demand complete allegiance to their creed. They have slaughtered many of their own for minor grievances. They will not hesitate to kill you.
temple's dark power is broken.
Ormus is grateful to you, stranger. You have broken the long, dark reign of Zakarum and delivered the first paralyzing blow against the three. Yet still the true test lies ahead. For he whom the council guarded still lives within the Blackened Tower.
The sun has set on the religion of light.
You've accomplished the impossible. By killing the council, the curse of Zakarum will be lifted, and our land will be free. Oh, thank you.
It seems the jungle is already dying back. You've broken the curse, my friend. May the light bless you.
I can hardly believe you did it. Your power blankets you like a shining aura.
The followers of Zakarum lacked all sense of moderation. The collapse of their tainted religion gives me hope.
Ridding Kurast of the Council of Zakarum was essential. Still, there is more you must do. The compelling orb, too, must be destroyed. Diablo and Baal must be close to finding their brother Mephisto by now. You've no time to waste. Never forget that your ultimate purpose here in Kurast is to destroy Mephisto. The ancient Horadrim imprisoned the Lord of Hatred inside the Guardian Tower that is located within the temple city of Travancore. Know this, friend. The only way to gain entry to Mephisto's prison is to destroy the artifact known as the Compelling Orb. Mephisto used this device to control the Zakarum priests and their followers. The orb can only be destroyed with an ancient flail imbued with the spirit of the one incorruptible priest. Soon after his imprisonment, Mephisto worked his evil corruption on the Zakarum priesthood. All were turned to his dark ways, save one, Khalim, the Hagen of the High Council. Mephisto directed the other council priests to slay and dismember Khalim, and then scatter his remains across the kingdom. The priest Sankakur succeeded Khalim as Hagen, eventually becoming the embodiment of Mephisto here on the mortal plane. The corrupted High Council fashioned an orb to control the rest of the Zakarum faithful, and used their powers to hide the lair of their master from mortals. Your task is to collect the scattered relics of Khalim, his heart, his brain, and his eye. Then, using the Horadric Cube, transmute Khalim's flail with his relics. Once this is accomplished, you must destroy the Compelling Orb with Khalim's will, to open the way into the corrupt sanctum of Mephisto. Khalim's eye. Only it can reveal the true path to Mephisto. Place the eye in the Horadric Cube along with Khalim's other relics, the heart, the brain, and the flail.
I need mana.
This is most fortunate. Khalim's brain knows Mephisto's weakness. Place it in the Horadric cube along with Khalim's other relics. The eye, the heart, and the flail. You have found Khalim's heart, and it still bears the courage to face Mephisto. Place it in the Horadric cube along with Khalim's other relics, the eye, the brain, and the flail. Once properly imbued, Khalim's flail can destroy the compelling orb and reveal the way to Mephisto. Place it into the Horadric cube along with Khalim's relics, his heart, his brain, and his eye. Then transmute them to carry out Khalim's will. Masterfully done, hero. You have crafted Khalim's will. Employ it to destroy the compelling orb and open the way to Mephisto. May the true light guide your way.
Diablo and Baal have surely found the temple city by now. They seek to free their brother, Mephisto, who was imprisoned by the Horadrim in the temple's guardian tower. You must reach him before his brothers do, and prevent them from releasing hatred upon the world.
I sent a few of my Iron Wolves on a scouting mission into the jungle near the temple city. They encountered 2 cloaked men who attacked them with horrifying powers. My men barely survived. I have to assume that the 2 strangers are Diablo and Baal. You better hurry. They're close to finding their brother.
The hidden ways of the tower are long forgotten, though it is rumored to have been built as far below the ground as above it.
You must reach Mephisto before his brothers do.
Be careful when you return to the tower. Though many of the followers of Zakarum have fled, there's no telling what horrors still lurk inside it.
Now you rush to face Mephisto. Don't give in to your hatred. That is his greatest weapon against you.
Mephisto, along with Baal, was originally captured in the desert near Lutgolain. But imprisoning 2 of the brothers together was far too dangerous. The Horadrim built the Guardian Tower to hold Mephisto. When Zakarum came to power in this land, it took over the temple city without paying any heed to what was locked within the tower, and it became their doom.
Make haste. Though the 3 are sure to reunite, it is uncertain as to what they have planned once they do. Be cautious, my friend. Though you are mighty, no mortal can stand alone against the power of the prime evils. I understand that the great patriarch of Zakarum, Sankakur, now embodies Mephisto. You must overcome hatred, lest terror and destruction claim us all.
Search the tower thoroughly. Mephisto must not escape.
Well, the good news is that events are unfolding just as Lam Esen foretold. The bad news is that the story ends in our utter ruin.
The sudden reduction in our ranks makes us eager to destroy Diablo and his brothers. Vengeance for the Iron Wolves.
I ought to return to the ship. We may have to sail from here very quickly.
Beware, my friend. Sankakor may be the most powerful mortal in the world. He controls thousands of fanatical worshippers and embodies the Lord of Hatred himself. His death will be no easy task.
Why build a tower to place the beast below ground? At times, I believe the Horadrim lacked common sense.
Good journey, Mephisto. Give my regards to the Abyss.
You have defeated the primeval in combat. Ormus is impressed beyond words. But staying here will not end this conflict. You must enter the Infernal Gate and stop Diablo once and for all.
Well done, my friend. You are a great champion of order. Please consider yourself an honorary Iron Wolf.
Now Kurast can begin the task of rekindling its former glory. I thank you.
Our faith in you was well-deserved. But Diablo has made his way to Hell, and it is likely that Baal followed him there. Enter the Infernal Gate and kill the Lord of Terror before all is lost. Only then will our world be saved.
Your news is great indeed. You have saved us all. I would smile, but I'm afraid my face might collapse.
It looks like you're going to hell before me. Put in a good word.
I did as you told me, Duriel. I found the temple of the Zakarum. In the deepest recesses of the temple, I found a dark gathering. My companion, the Wanderer, Talrasha, and a great evil who could only be the Lord of Hatred himself, Mephisto. I heard a voice then, like 1,000 needles in my heart. My brothers, at long last we stand reunited. The infernal gate has been prepared, and the time of our final victory is at hand. Let the way to hell be opened. And the evil that was once vanquished shall rise anew. Without recognize of man shall he walk amongst the innocent, and terror shall assume they that dwell upon the earth. The skies shall rain fire, and the seas will become as blood. The righteous shall fall before the wicked, and all creation shall tremble before the burning standards of hell.
What I saw then was not meant for mortal eyes.
The gate stands ready. Now, my young brother, the time has come to assume your true form. Arise, Diablo, Lord of Terror.
Can you believe this place? Did you ever dare to dream that you'd one day stand upon the crossroads between heaven and hell? This pandemonium fortress is truly miraculous. However, your journey is not yet over. Diablo still roams free in hell, marshaling his demonic forces. Only when he is beaten will our world finally have peace. Hurry now! The sands of time slow for no one.
It is good to see you again, hero. Mephisto's defeat is a great victory for the light. I knew that you would eventually find your way here. The Pandemonium Fortress is the last bastion of heaven's power before the gates of the burning hells. This place has been hallowed by the blood of thousands of champions of the light, many of whom were mortal, like yourself. Now, the final battle against the prime evils draws near, and you must face it alone. I have been forbidden to aid you directly, save for a few bits of wisdom. For this is the hour of mortal man's triumph, your triumph. May the light protect you, and the powers of heaven shine upon your path.
Hail to you, champion.
Hail to you, champion.
There is a dark, tortured soul who was trapped within this forsaken realm long ago. He was called Izual by mortal men, and in ages past he was my most trusted lieutenant. Yet, against my wishes, he led an ill-fated assault upon the fiery Hellforge itself. Despite his valor and strength, Izual was captured by the prime evils and twisted by their perverse powers. They forced him to betray his own kind and give up heaven's most guarded secrets. He became a corrupt shadow of his former self, a fallen angel trusted neither by heaven nor hell. For his transgressions, Izual's spirit was bound within the form of a terrible creature, which was summoned from the abyss. His maddened spirit has resided within that tortured husk for many ages now. It seems to me that he has suffered long enough. I implore you, hero, find Izual and release him from his cruel imprisonment. Put an end to his guilt and suffering.
Duriel has asked you to confront Izual the Fallen? He must have great faith in your abilities. I trust you know what you're doing. Be careful. You're our last hope.
Though Izual no longer carries the angelic runeblade, Azurath, he may still possess great strength and power within his new form. Also, he may not be able to tell friend from foe while in his present state. If you find him, he will almost certainly be hostile. Proceed with the utmost caution.
Having trouble finding the fallen angel, eh? You better hurry. It's beginning to feel like some great evil is permeating the air around here.
You mustn't delay, mortal hero. Izual must be put to rest, but Diablo still lurks within this realm. Go now. Hurry.
Was a fool to have trusted me. You see, it was I who told Diablo and his brothers about the Soul Stones and how to corrupt them. It was I who helped the Prime Evils mastermind their own exile to your world. The plan we set in motion so long ago cannot be stopped by any mortal agency. Hell itself is poised to spill forth into your world like a tidal wave of blood and nightmares. You and all your kind are doomed.
Izual was weak. He squandered his infernal power.
You're lucky to be alive, my friend. It is imperative that you find and stop Diablo. You should speak of this with Duriel. He will know what to make of this.
Thank you, hero, for putting Izual's tortured spirit to rest. May the light protect you and the powers of heaven shine upon your path. But if what you tell me is true, then I fear that we have been played for fools all along. Izual helped Diablo and his brothers trick me into using the Soul Stones against them. Now the Stones' powers are corrupted. With the combined powers of the Soul Stones under their control, the Prime Evils will be able to turn the mortal world into a permanent outpost of hell.
The time has come for you to destroy Mephisto's Soul Stone. Take the stone to the Hell Forge. Place it upon the forge, and strike it soundly with the hammer. Only by doing this can you prevent Mephisto from manifesting in this world ever again.
Halt! Before venturing into Diablo's lair, go to the Hellforge with Mephisto's Soul Stone. Place the stone on the Hellforge, and use the Hellforge hammer to destroy it.
mana.
Your soul shall fuel the hellforge.
Not enough mana.
Congratulations, hero! Surely even Diablo himself sensed the fury unleashed when you smashed his brother's soul stone.
Time has come to hunt down and destroy Diablo himself. But beware, the Lord of Terror is not to be underestimated. He single-handedly destroyed the town of Tristram and corrupted the last noble hero who tried to stop him. This time, you must defeat him for good. Only by destroying the Soul Stone which he carries will his spirit be banished forever. Good luck. Though this be our darkest hour, it may yet be your greatest moment.
You don't have time to dally about here. Diablo awaits you in hell. Remember, Diablo's greatest weapon against you is terror. Don't give in to your fears. Resist his power and put an end to him for good.
Proceed, hero, into Terror's lair. Know that Diablo's innermost sanctum is hidden by 5 seals. Only by opening each of these seals can you clear your way to the final battle.
Not enough mana.
Not even death can save you from me.
Lord Diablo, I have bested you. I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
I knew there was great potential in you, my friend. You've done a fantastic job. Though my ancestors often struggled against the three evils and their minions, I've always lived a shut-in, scholarly life. I'm glad that my wisdom aided you. Now, I wish to leave this place. Though heaven's gates are a marvel to behold, I hope I won't have to see them again for many, many years. Please, talk to Duriel about leaving this place now. Praise be to the light. You have accomplished the impossible.
Diablo and Mephisto have been banished back into the black abyss that spawned them, and the corrupted soul stones are no more. However, while you were fighting here, Baal remained behind in the mortal realm, building an army of hellish minions. Now Baal's army is searching for the World Stone, the ancient source of all the soul stones and their power, while leaving behind a wake of destruction. They have forged deeply into the barbarian homelands, heading directly for the summit of Mount Arreat. Baal knows, mortal hero. That is the very site of the blessed World Stone. Now, enter the portal I have opened for you. It will take you to the barbarian city of Harrogath, the last bastion of order on the slopes of Arreat.
I heard later that he was defeated. And that the soul stones were destroyed in Hellforge. All except one.
Oh, I failed, Duriel. I couldn't do as you asked. I couldn't enter that gate. Forgive me, Duriel. Forgive me.
Marius, give me the stone, and all is forgiven. Give it to me, Marius.
Take it. Take it, take it. I'm glad this is finally over, Duriel. Look what the stone has done to me.
You haven't failed, old man. You've done exactly as you were meant to do. However, I am not the Archangel Duriel.
Well, no.
You have done well, Marius. Now I think you shall have your reward.
What have I done to deserve?
Baal! The gates of Sescheron have stood for eons beyond remembrance, and you shall not reach them now. Remove your foul demons from our lands. We stand on the side of light. You shall not be allowed to reach Mount Arreat, and that which you seek will not be yours.
I shall take your position into consideration. Well, it seems your terms are not acceptable.
I, Mala, welcome you to Harrogath, the last stronghold of order on Mount Arreat. You have come to the right place if you intend to defeat Baal, the Lord of Destruction. Baal has laid waste to our mountain and its denizens. His minions continue to attack our town, while Qualkek and his men have proven helpless to stop them. Baal is still out on the mountain looking for something, but I know not what. All of the elders, save Nihlathak, sacrificed themselves to place a protective ward around Harrogath. Some of us here, certainly Nihlathak, do not appreciate your presence. We are a proud people, and it is not easy for us to accept aid. I, however, am glad you are here. If you need healing or a potion, please come to me. See Lazuk for weapons, armor, and repairs. Nihlathak, despite his disposition, may be of some assistance with other wares. Finally, Qualkek, our man-at-arms, leads Harrogath's remaining forces against Baal.
I am Qualkek, the senior man-at-arms of Harrogath. You have the look of a warrior. An extra soldier will be useful, but don't expect anyone to mourn if you get yourself killed. Baal is true to his namesake. He has ravaged through our lands like a merciless plague. The protective ward laid down by our lost elders helps hold the evil at bay. But Baal's siege has taken its toll all the same. Most of my men are now dead. Others are trapped in the mountain passes. But I swear we are not beaten yet. We will fight to the end to protect this mountain.
I am amazed to find this place so untouched. Everything else in the path of Baal, the Lord of Destruction, lies in ruin. These barbarians must indeed be the legendary guardians of Mount Arreat. They are a proud, hardy people. Don't expect to be greeted warmly. Strangers here rarely are. Perhaps I can gain their trust. I'll spend some time with the townsfolk and try to understand them better. I'll let you know what I discover.
Ah, a necromancer. While I admire your courage in seeking out the darker side of magic, we really have little need of your skills. The battle will turn soon enough without your meddling. Yet, I should have expected to see your kind here. You are like a moth to the flame, drawn to all this death. It feeds you in more ways than one, does it not?
I am Larzik, the Armorer. My ancestors were some of the finest craftsmen in Harrogath. Regretfully, my supplies run lower with every passing day, yet the demons beyond the walls have not weakened. I fear the time is near when I must put down my hammer and take up a sword instead. If you're here to defeat Baal, you must prove it. As we speak, Harrogath is under siege by Baal's demons. Catapults rain death just outside the town walls. Baal himself travels up the sacred mountain, having left in charge here one of his most vicious generals, Shenk, the Overseer. A ruthless taskmaster, he lashes his own minions into suicidal frenzies on the battlefield. If you wish to prove yourself to us, destroy the monster Shenk that commands those infernal catapults outside Harrogath. If you manage to do this, return to me.
Qualkek and his men have been fighting to break the siege for some time. Where many have failed, you may succeed.
About to face Shenk the Overseer and stop the siege, are you? You should ask Mala to perform your last rites before you go, stranger.
I believe that stopping the siege on Harrogath is the only way for you to earn the trust of these people.
After so many have died, who are you to think you can accomplish what our proud warriors could not?
Did I mention there were catapults?
It takes more than a siege to stop me.
What's the matter, hero? Questioning your fortitude? I know we are.
This may not be very encouraging, but you have fared better than the others who passed through those gates. In regards to Shenk the Overseer, remember, a general is nothing without his men.
So, you still live. You're either quick or a coward.
I understand your reluctance, but now is the time to strike.
What are you still doing here? I thought you were going off to die. Go. Be quick about it.
My, what a messy little demon.
Ending the siege does not earn immediate respect, outsider. Respect only comes with sacrifice. Something I'm sure you know nothing of.
Those catapults were like nothing I have ever seen before. You have prevailed against Shenk, my friend, but Baal is still far ahead of you.
So, you managed to stop the siege. You are more powerful than I gave you credit for. You have rightfully earned my respect.
Oh, at last the siege is ended. You truly are an angel. I thank you.
You're an even greater warrior than I expected. Sorry for underestimating you. As a token of my appreciation, I will craft sockets into an item of your choosing. And from now on, you'll get the best price for all my wares. What do you need?
My concerns have turned to my men taken prisoner on the battlefield by Baal's demons. I hate to think what's happened to them. As you journey up the mountain, keep your eyes open for my soldiers and bring them back to me if you can.
You have proven you can take life, warrior. But can you save it as well?
I know firsthand that captivity is a sad fate for a man. Find them quickly.
Those of my men fortunate enough to escape on their own told me that they were held captive in the highlands and plateaux.
Qualkek's men have been imprisoned for some time. They are certain to be tired and weak. You must protect them once you free them.
I crafted the swords and armor for Qualkek's men. They were like brothers to me. I can't imagine the pain they must be suffering. Save them if you can.
Did you ever stop to think why these demons are capturing Qualkek's men? Why they are attacking us? Have you considered what Baal wants with the mountain? No, you've not. You have no idea what you are dealing with.
If you are having trouble finding Qualkek's soldiers, you should talk to Mala. She healed those who made it back before. Perhaps she would have some advice.
Soldiers who made it back told of a system of barricades placed among the mountain passes. They said that is where the prisoners are held.
They say that discretion, not procrastination, is the better part of valor.
As a kid, I used to play soldier among the barricades on the mountain. There's no easy way through that maze of walls.
Let us out! Let us out! Over here! Over here! Let us out! Help us!
Follow me. Since your arrival, Cain has spoken of your deeds in the southern kingdoms, defeating both Mephisto and Diablo. At first I scoffed at his tales, but I'm finding them more believable with every passing day.
So, you've brought the lost sheep home to the shepherd. Well done.
You've become a hero to this town, my friend. The shadows have lifted ever since you brought the light to Harrogath.
You have inspired the people in this town. Not only those you rescued, but those you've helped in other ways as well.
Afton, thank you for rescuing my men. They have spoken well of your bravery in battle. Perhaps there is hope for us after all. If you wish, you may hire some of my mercenaries that you saved. And please, take this set of runes. I had been saving them for a socketed shield, but I think you'll make better use of them. Be sure to set them in the right order for their fullest effect.
There is a matter which I hesitate to share, but I believe you are the only one who can help me now. Anya, the young alchemist and daughter to one of our slain elders, has been missing for some time. She is a strong, crafty woman with a spirit like no other. One night, just before your arrival, I overheard her and Nihlathak arguing about her father's death. The next morning, she was gone. Nihlathak has his own tale as to where she went and why. Don't believe him. I fear he's at the root of her disappearance. Please, if you can, search for Anya and bring her back to us. She'll know what to do about Nihlathak. When you talk to Nihlathak, be careful. There is no telling what he will say or do.
Anya is an amazing alchemist, especially for her young age. As long as I've known her, she's never let anything stop her from pursuing what she believed in. I wouldn't doubt that Nihlathak is involved. Ever since her father died, they haven't gotten along.
Anya's father, Ast, was our wisest elder. He was killed along with the other elders who erected the ward that protects the city. The ward has kept Baal's demons out of Harrogath, but at a costly sacrifice. Nihlathak, on the other hand, was the only elder to escape the demons. Somehow, he alone managed to find sanctuary, while the others died around him. Ever since that day, Nihlathak and Anya have been at odds.
I would listen to Mala. Nihlathak speaks with a venomous tongue, and acts as if the entire weight of this town rests upon his shoulders. Perhaps there is more going on here than we know.
Anya? Who have you been talking to? Likely it was that meddling Mala. Well, I'll tell you what really happened. Anya came to me for guidance after receiving a vision that her mother and younger brother were trapped in the lands beyond the ice caves. She had decided to go rescue them. I told her that her quest was a foolish one, and that she would be safer staying within the city walls. However, she is a willful girl and would not listen to me. The next morning she was gone. No one is more distraught than I over losing her. However, if you feel the need to be Mala's errand child, I won't try to stop you.
Not enough mana.
Nihlathak's story does sound reasonable, considering what I've heard about Anya. However, the best lies are often hidden within truth.
It seems like everyone feels Nihlathak played a part in Anya's disappearance. Why would he do such a thing?
If it were anyone else, I would assume her dead. However, Anya is not so easily beaten. I know she must be alive.
As the daughter of Elder Ast, Anya is the only person, besides Nihlathak, who has any real knowledge of Mount Arreat's secrets. I'd hate to see our fate in the hands of Nihlathak alone.
Look, I've told you. She's dead. If you knew what was good for you, you'd concentrate your efforts on saving Harrogath, not on lost causes like Anya.
Nihlathak did this to me. If you've come to help me, my only hope lies with Mala. Please, tell her you've found me.
The snake has slipped our grasp. While you were gone, Nihlathak disappeared. I'll bet Anya knows how to track him down.
Goodness, Anya frozen by that fallen barbarian Nihlathak. Perhaps Mala can help you, where I cannot.
Poor Anya. I should have known Nihlathak was a traitor. If you find him alive, kill him for me.
So, that snake Nihlathak was behind Anya's disappearance, and he trapped her with a freezing curse. Here, take this potion to Anya and give it to her. That should release her.
I never liked Nihlathak, but I never suspected that he'd betray us. I just can't understand how an elder could do such a thing.
For one so young, Anya commands great respect. Now that she is here, I will make it a point to talk to her about Mount Arreat. You should do the same.
Your rescue of Anya was quite an accomplishment.
Thank you so much for bringing Anya back to us. I have devised this spell to increase your resistances as a token of my thanks. I know it isn't much, but I hope you find it helpful. Please, go talk to Anya. She has urgent news concerning Nihlathak.
You have proven yourself a true hero to me and my people. These are dark times, warrior. I hope you can bring an end to Baal's reign of destruction. Our Council of Elders is gone, my father Ost among them. The one thing that keeps us from total despair is the promise of vengeance against Baal. Thank you, hero, for rescuing me. To show my personal gratitude, I give you this. I had it custom made for you. By Larzik. Nihlathak told me he struck a deal with Baal to protect Harrogath. In exchange for the demon's mercy, the misguided fool plans to give Baal the relic of the ancients, our most holy totem. Doing so will allow Baal to enter Mount Arreat unchallenged by the ancients. I tried to stop Nihlathak, but he imprisoned me in that icy tomb. Nihlathak must be stopped before he dooms the whole world. As much as I would love to strangle the life out of him, I'm afraid I haven't the strength. You must go to his lair through this portal I've opened, kill him, and then bring back the relic of the ancients. Stop Nihlathak from destroying what we have striven for eons to protect.
I saw Nihlathak leave town just before you found Anya. He must be held accountable for his criminal deeds. Find him and bring him back if you can. Likely he won't come willingly, and you'll be forced to kill him. So be it.
Regretfully, I know very little about this relic. However, if what the others say is true, then Baal must not gain possession of it. Stop Nihlathak before all is lost.
My worst fear has come true. Nihlathak has gone mad. You must stop him before he gives the relic to the Lord of Destruction.
Now, rescuing Anya, that's good. Talking to me while Nihlathak hands over the relic to Baal, that's bad.
The familiar scent of death.
Nihlathak was never the kindest man, but for him to betray the whole world, where shall his soul finally rest?
What's there to talk about? Kill Nihlathak.
Oh, this is a truly horrible turn of events. I know it seems you have always been one step behind, my friend. But look at it this way. You have evil on the run.
My advice is to go in quick and hit hard. Nihlathak can't be half as tough as the beasts you faced out there.
Nihlathak is a traitor. If Baal gets the relic, he shall enter the mountain and wreak havoc there. I cannot believe that Nihlathak would give the relic to Baal in any kind of trade. He's truly insane if he believes that he can deal with the Lord of Destruction.
No idea of the power you face.
Not enough mana. You were a sad little man, Nihlathak.
What does Baal plan to do inside Mount Arreat?
Nihlathak was a vile demon that shall find his home among the tortured minions of hell. You battled the darkness without fear. I laud your skill and courage.
Beware. Baal grows stronger with every passing moment.
So the relic is lost. Do not dwell on failures past. It is your future that matters more.
You have stopped Nihlathak, but he didn't have the relic. He must have already given it to Baal. Now Baal will not be tested when he reaches Arreat's summit. Damn Nihlathak. I do thank you for trying, though. Please, allow me to honor your courage by magically inscribing your name onto an item of your choosing. It's the least I can do.
Every time I hear of you, warrior, your deeds become more legendary. But take heed, you are approaching the very summit of Mount Arreat. I have never dared venture there. It is sacred, our most holy place. The legends say it is guarded by the Ancient Ones, who block the path of all who are unworthy. Your reputation here does not matter. It will be the Ancients who determine your worthiness. Good luck.
A test of mettle is a fitting rite of passage for a barbarian hero.
You wouldn't have to test yourself against the Ancients if it weren't for Nihlathak's treachery. He was a fool, and deserves to suffer for eternity.
Every night, I've prayed to the Ancients to bring us peace, and now you must fight them. Who shall I pray to now, warrior?
By reaching the summit, you cease being just a simple warrior. When you come back, you will be far more.
The Ancients are not our enemies. Remember that. They are our ancestors, our gods.
Do not doubt yourself. I believe you are worthy to pass through the Ancients' gates, but you must believe as well.
You've walked on the burial grounds of our greatest ancestors. I'm not sure whether I should bow before you or revile you for committing sacrilege. Tread lightly when you walk with gods.
We have come too far to be defeated now, my friend. I have seen you complete many difficult quests. Though this may be your greatest trial, it is not beyond your reach.
I warned you. The Ancients are not like the demons you're accustomed to fighting.
Look, I must apologize. I feel responsible for your current struggle. If I had only stopped Nihlathak from giving Baal the relic, you would not have to fight those ghosts.
The resting place of the Ancients.
We are the spirits of the Nephilim, the Ancient Ones. We have been chosen to guard sacred Mount Arreat, wherein the world's stone rests.
Few are worthy to stand in his presence.
Fewer still can comprehend its true purpose.
Before you enter, you must defeat us.
I need mana.
I knew the Ancients would find you worthy of Mount Arreat's secrets. Now, stop Baal before he destroys all that is sacred.
Besting the Ancients in battle is a mighty feat indeed. I hope this means you're ready to battle Baal.
You have proven yourself to these people. They look to you as their warrior, their champion.
You stand before me a worthy hero, and on you rests the last hope of our people. Bear it well, warrior.
The Ancients have honored you, and in turn, so do we. I have no remaining doubts about you now.
You are a worthy hero. We augment your skill and grant you entry to the interior of Mount Arreat, wherein lies the world's stone.
Beware, you will not be alone.
Baal, the Lord of Destruction, is already inside. The Archangel Duriel has always been our benefactor, but even he cannot help us now. For Baal blocks Turiel's spiritual presence from entering the chamber of the World Stone. Only you, mortal, have the power to defeat Baal now. Baal threatens the World Stone, and through it, the mortal realm itself. You must stop him before he gains full control over the sacred stone. With it under his control, Baal could shatter the boundaries between this world and the burning hells, thus allowing the hordes of the primevals to pour forth into the mortal realm like an unstoppable tide. If you are weak, the world as you know it could be lost forever. You must not fail.
You knew it would eventually come down to this. Kill Baal. Finish the game.
I may be just an armorer, but I know this. Baal plans to destroy the world with the secrets contained in that mountain. It doesn't take a genius to know he has to be stopped.
You have ventured to a place beyond legend. You rush to face an evil few can even imagine. Be careful, my friend, and may the light watch over you.
Remember this.
Baal once possessed Tal Rasha, one of the most powerful of the ancient Horadrim. Your battles with Mephisto and Diablo will pale in comparison to your battle with Baal, the Lord of Destruction, aided by Tal Rasha's knowledge. Oh, the mountain itself will tremble when you clash.
Baal has blocked Duriel from entering the Worldstone Chamber? This truly has become a battle against hell. Whether or not it was the Heaven's decree, this is your fight now. Your destiny.
I need mana.
Thanks.
Not enough mana.
Thanks.
So this is what the ancients guard. I need mana.
My brothers will not have died in vain.
I need mana. Baal, never doubt my skills.
Hello. I am impressed, Malus. You have overcome the greatest challenge this world has ever faced and defeated the last of the prime evils. However, we are too late to save the World Stone. Baal's destructive touch has corrupted it completely. Given enough time, the World Stone's energies will drain away, and the barriers between the worlds will shatter. The powers of hell will flood into this sanctuary and eradicate your people and everything you've labored to build. Therefore, I must destroy the corrupted World Stone before the powers of hell take root. This act will change your world forever, with consequences even I cannot foresee. However, it is the only way to ensure mankind's survival. Go now, mortal. I have opened a portal that will lead you to safety. May the eternal light shine upon you and your descendants for what you've done this day. The continued survival of mankind is your legacy. Above all else, you have earned a rest from this endless battle.
If Duriel says the World Stone must be destroyed, then it must. We cannot let Baal's corruption prevail. The world will change, true. But who is to say it isn't for the better?
The destruction of the World Stone does not bode well for our world, but I'll try not to worry. After all, we have warriors like you fighting for us, and for the light. Farewell.
Good evening. You have done the impossible, hero. Your defeat of the last of the three prime evils is a great victory for the light. Strange that you say that the World Stone must be destroyed. The prophecies said nothing about that. Perhaps all we have fought for will be lost. Or perhaps we'll never need fight again.
The ancients themselves will envy our songs about you. Please, don't forget about us. Farewell, my friend.
Good evening. I knew in time you would defeat Baal. You have done everything you set out to do, my friend. Ever since you rescued me from Tristram, I have believed in you. It has been a supreme honor to aid you along the way. So, the World Stone was corrupted by Baal, and now Duriel must destroy it. Worry not. Through whatever lies ahead, I have faith that the light will guide us both. Go now, back to the World Stone chamber, and enter the portal Duriel has opened for you.